wanna run away. I think I'll go back to that place I stay. Play on the server the TimeShot way.
Hello people, it's Poet and we are on TimeShot. Now, I know who did this. I know who pranked me here. It was definitely Wyntr. Because she kinda gave it away that she had a failed recording, so decided to come over here and prank me instead. Now, instantaneously, I just logged in, and I was actually standing right here when I logged in. Actually, it was more like right here when I logged in. And I just saw all of the snowmen. There were like half dozen of them, and they all just instantly died, I think because of the rain. If they go into the rain, I think they will die. Like this guy here. Let's see if we can kind of push him into the rain here. See if he dies when he goes into the rain. Yeah, you see? So thankfully, that actually helped me out quite a bit. Just the natural raininess of the server. Because really, you got to take care of these guys before you start getting rid of the snow. Otherwise, they'll just keep placing more snow. I think, though, that it's actually not as bad as it could have been. There are several ways of getting rid of snow. Could use a shovel, could use a bucket, could just leave it. I think what I'll probably do, I do have a nice shovel. I might try to use the shovel and then just toss the snow. I don't have any purpose for snow. So I think that it's kind of... Man, this is bad. This is bad, this is bad. There must have been so many snowmen. And they're all gone now. Ah, here we go. I hear it's cold in Canada there, eh? So I thought I'd make TimeShot more like home. From when? Eh? So, did she go up here with them at all? Doesn't look like it. Just double check. Double check. It's okay. It's all fine up there. So let's start getting rid of all the snow. Just like that. I guess it was too bright in here. It looks like there was snow in here, but because of all the torches that I have and all the lighting in here, none of it survived. It's kind of a good thing. Let's see. Oh, look at this already. Look at this already. Hit. Oops. I just axed through the sign. Here we go. Like so. I'm gonna clean up my inventory if we're gonna do this. Might as well. And those. And then all those cobble pieces and gravel. And iron. Okay. Like that. Okay. I'm ready to get some snow. Oh no! This is gonna be bad. This is gonna be bad. I wonder if I should use... I'm gonna try to use maybe just a stone shovel. Maybe a couple of them. And maybe one iron shovel too. Let's see how that is. So first that, and then these. It's cold in Canada. Eh? There, and that way. There, oh, man, I'm still gonna do that, huh? I thought I would be less damaging. Apparently not. I just gotta basically tap the snow, and that's it. Why am I using that shovel? I don't need to. Just have to tap the snow, and then it's gone. What about this? Yeah, it takes a little bit too long, so let's just do this. I wish the rain got rid of snow. That would have been, for me at least, Wynn would have been pretty upset about it. But I would have laughed, definitely. If I logged in, here it's raining, and all the snow just disappears before I even get to see it. Oh, it would have been pretty funny. I think as it is, with all the snowmen disappearing, was kind of half the prank gone, but still, quite the cleanup that we have to do here. Just thinking that it's a lot easier to clean up this prank, I think, than it is to make it, in a way. You know what I mean? Because I can just easily tap this snow with a shovel and it's gone. But Wynn had to go out and get the snow in the first place. So basically, every bit of snow that I dig up, she basically had to go and do the same, get snow. But then she also had to go and farm pumpkins, which I'm not sure if she has or not. I don't remember seeing pumpkins at her house. I guess she probably does have some pumpkins growing at her house. But still, a lot more trouble harvesting for this prank. Oh, and some of them escaped, of course. Of course, some escaped. Just run over here, see if any made it far away. Doesn't look like it. Does not look like it. One of them made it outside here, though. But didn't make it too far. So that's good. Alright. So I get a lot of comments from other YouTubers and from people who do anything in this kind of line of work. How do you become motivated? How do you become motivated to do what you do? And I try to give the best advice that I can when I'm asked that question, because it is one of the most commonly asked questions. Oh, look at this little guy over here. One of the most commonly asked questions that I get, definitely, is how do you get motivation to keep doing it every day? You know, because I think that's one of the biggest things that people don't really realize as far as doing YouTube videos goes, is that you really can't have an off day. You should at least try to get content out every single day. Unless your content is really special, like doing animations, music videos, and the like. Then you could probably get away with doing it once a week, once a month even, depending on how your views go. But how do you get motivation to do it every single day? Because let's face it, most of us out there aren't animators. If we are, we're not going to get the amount of... We're not good enough to get the amount of views that would need to sustain us for a month of no work. Some of us are, some of us aren't. But most of us, I'm saying, aren't. There we go. Just let that spot up. So how do you find motivation to keep doing this every single day? And I'll be the first to be honest that, you know, some days I just can't find motivation. I just can't find that way of doing it. The other side of the motivational element is how do you keep doing the same series forever and a day? Because I'll have, like, my dinosaur series is over 240 episodes, just about 250 episodes. How do I have motivation to keep doing that? In that case, it's probably the worst example, because I've often admitted to people that, you know, I lost a lot of motivation to do that dinosaur series a long time ago. And it was actually getting to the breaking point where I just could not find motivation to record more of that dinosaur series, no matter how hard I tried. And it was to the point where I would look at the series and think, okay, I need to do an episode, but there's nothing to do. 200 something episodes in, I've done it all, and there is nothing left for me to do. How do you find motivation to keep going on? Of course, my solution was essentially to try to roleplay it in a way, you know, interact with the world you've got as much as you possibly can, and hope for the best. You know, it's a lot easier with games like Minecraft, or I'll even throw the word Spore out there, because those games are kind of, they're not, Spore isn't really a sandbox game so much that it at least lets you create custom content in your characters, and it lets you kind of evolve the characters in that way. Minecraft is even easier because you can do what you want in Minecraft, whatever you want, anything. The sky's the limit. Unattainable is unknown in Minecraft. And so that makes it really easy to if you're in a pinch and you really have nothing left to do, you can still find things to do because it's Minecraft. So, I mean, for my dinosaur series, I was actually looking to other mods and stuff. I was going to say to people, like, what should we do? Should we load up another mod? Should we... Uh-oh. Don't tell me you went down here. No, I didn't. Should we start the series over? What should we do? Because I was looking to end it at that point. It got that close. And what motivated me in the end was the fact that the mod developers started to make updates. Even subtle updates. Updates to the way the dinosaurs looked. Updates to tiny little interface. You know, whatever little change it might have been. An insignificant thing to most people. To me, it was like a godsend. Yes, finally, new content to show and new content to record and something to spark my interest again. And that really, really, really helped. Without that, though, how would I have found the motivation? And I'm not sure that I would have. Like I said, I was starting to look to other places for my motivation rather than just sticking to one thing. So I think that to answer the question of what motivates you, or what do you do to get motivation, is to introduce change. Introduce a change, introduce something new, and it helps times 100. It helps tenfold. Just introducing that change. There we go. What kind of pork scalliber did he have? Looting 1. That's not bad. But it's a piece of junk. So I won't take it. Sometimes that change, though, isn't really possible for every person or every situation. Especially if the case is that you're doing something where you can't just simply introduce a change. Or even worse, I couldn't imagine it for like animators and stuff. For those artists out there, those musicians or whatever, when people subscribe to you and they're waiting for your motivation, it's really, really difficult to get things done. I don't know personally how they would do it. What I think that they must end up doing is, like I said, finding some way to at least maybe not bring a change, but make it interesting for them. Make it interesting for themselves. Just kind of, if it's not a change, then at least, you know, do something different that will spark an interest in it. Huh? Wait, what? 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 What's this what about? Eh? Nani kore? What's going on? I've been gift pranked. Oh, well, that's good. I've been snow pranked. Did he? Code's been gift pranked? Was it Win as well? I wonder. Hit! Someone recreated his nether tunnel. That's cool. I bet it was... Well, I think I might know who it might be. But... That's cool. I won't spoil it for him. Yeah, that's cool. Anyway. Motivation. I think what keeps me coming back is definitely positivity. You know, reinforcement from fans and so on. That helps. But even sometimes there is no reinforcement from fans. Sometimes it's actually kind of negative sounding in a way, which really makes it much harder. Now, in the last episode, we talked about positive comments and making positive waves rather than negative ones on YouTube and stuff like that. But not just YouTube, anywhere you want to comment. You know, try being a nice person rather than a mean one for a while, and you'll notice a change in not only the way that people perceive you, but in yourself too, and how you perceive yourself. Now, sometimes when I'm feeling really demotivated, like, you know what, I just want to take a break today. I just want to relax today. I don't want to have to make a video today. I can't find motivation to make one, even though I know if I don't get one out tomorrow, I'll have no video out tomorrow. And it's like I said at the beginning, you always try to at least get something out, but what do you do when you just can't find that motivation, right? And then I go to my comments for inspiration or for motivation itself, and instead of seeing positive comments, I'll see one saying, here's one that I saw today, or actually it was yesterday, but feels like today, because we're talking about it today. Was, hey poet, make a new episode of Operation Genesis, or I'm unsubscribing. Like that is literally what the comment said. Now, what do you think that effect will have on me, on how I would feel, and how it would motivate me? Maybe I wasn't feeling motivated to make an Operation Genesis episode for a while, because, you know, I'm interested in other things than Operation Genesis. And I'm using this as an example because it is really a real example of something that affected me recently. But yeah, I could not find motivation to make an Operation Genesis episode. Just didn't feel like it. You know, people have these kinds of feelings. You know, I play this game, the same game, every day, basically, every week anyway, and have been doing so for a long time, and naturally I'm going to get bored of it, unless something new is introduced, or, you know, what have you. I'm not saying that I'll stop making them, but sometimes I need to find a little bit of motivation, or, you know, just the mood has to strike me as being, you know, the right mood to be in to record that. When someone comes to me and says, if you don't do it, I'm unsubscribing, well, that's not gonna... What am I gonna do? Am I gonna say, oh, yeah, okay, I'm very sorry. Okay, I'll get back to making them, boss. I'm very apologetic that you only value my content for new episodes of that show. I will get right back to making them. I don't want to ever feel like I'm a slave to the content. Like, if I don't do a certain thing, that my channel will be useless, that it'll have no purpose. Because, above all else, my channel has always been about entertaining people, and a large part of it I also just do for myself. As selfish as that might seem, what motivates me quite a bit in doing my channel and making the content I do is just because I enjoy doing it, and I need to have that thing to do. You know, otherwise a lot of time would pass where I wouldn't be doing a whole lot, and that's never any fun. So, you know, I do videos on my channel for my own enjoyment. I enjoy making them. When someone starts talking to me as though I'm their slave, like, if I don't make this content, something bad will happen to me, that's not the kind of reinforcement that a person should get, and it's completely wrong. I can only imagine that they probably learned that from somewhere, because it sounds like something that a parent might try to introduce to get a child to do something they don't want to do. You know, if you don't do this, I'm going to do this, and they list a negative thing. You know, if you don't do your homework, I'm not going to let you play on the Nintendo or whatever. That was one from my childhood. And I don't know if that ever really worked, because then the kid is doing the homework, but this might not be good. The kid is doing the homework, but they're not doing it for the right reasons. They're not doing that because they want to learn. They're doing it because if they don't, they will be punished. And that's kind of what it more or less felt like when someone told me, you know, if you... This guy running away from me. If you don't do new episodes, you will be punished by me unsubscribing from you. That is kind of crummy, you know. I'm just using that as one example. I really don't want it to seem like, you know, I'm having a problem with people saying this to me. I'm talking about one person who just happened to say this once, and I'm using it as my example. But it happens to not only me, but a lot of people. And what I'm just trying to give a second side to is, you know, it's one thing for you to try to find motivation in what you do, but it's impossible to find that motivation if people are unsupportive in a proper way. And maybe the same thing can be said about doing homework and doing that kind of stuff. Things in the real world that you might not really want to do, but you know you have to. People present it with that negative thing. You know, if I don't do this, then this bad thing will happen. And I think the opposite should more often than not be true, where if you do something good, if you do something that you might not really want to do, but that would be useful, then a positive thing should happen. A very positive thing. And if you're not motivated to do it, more positivity should make you want to do it. The reason that throwing myself back into the conversation and using myself as an example again, the reason that I keep doing the Dinosaur series and the Operation Genesis series, for example, is not because I care that person is subscribed to me or not. In fact, I'm more than likely to just ban that person from my channel and not have them reply to me ever again. Which that kind of goes hand in hand with the comments discussion we had last time. But I think nothing of if someone is rude to me that way. I take that as rudeness, definitely. I just ban them, and I don't look back. It's no sweat to me if someone unsubscribes because I didn't do content that they demanded. What motivates me, instead, is the positive reinforcement from people. When I make an episode and I get the positive comments, oh, I loved this episode, oh, I'm so glad that this episode came out, it was worth the wait, kind of thing, you know? That, to me, makes me want to record more of it. That, to me, is why I record more of it. To see more of that positive reinforcement, to see people happy that I released it, and you know that I took time out of my day to make that episode for them. You know, when I post an episode and someone says, not that was a great episode, but they say post more. You know, do more, do more, do more, demand, demand, demand. Demands don't get people very far, and I think that people need to start learning that. I think we're almost done cleaning it up. I see one little spot left. Right up there. There we go. I think, when that we have cleaned it up. Oh, a few other little places. I'm sure that I'm going to find little patches of snow here and there, just because sometimes it's hard to spot. And those snowmen get everywhere. But now I got to think of a revenge prank, huh? Alright, I'll do that. But anyway, why I really started this conversation was kind of because people asked me for advice about it. What can they do? And like I said, you can introduce a change. You can try to do something different. You can try to entice the fans, the people who follow you, to give you that positive reinforcement. But at the end of the day, it's like I said on, I think I named the episode YouTuber or YouTube or something like that. If you really cannot find the motivation no matter what you do, then maybe it's time to do a bit of soul searching in finding what does motivate you. What do you have motivation to do in life? If you cannot find motivation to make a new dinosaur video, and that's all that you do, is it really worth it? Do you want to keep doing it, no matter what? And I know that ultimately, it's not happening now, nobody panic. Because I know it probably would cause panic if I stopped doing dinosaur videos like Jurassic Park Operation Genesis, Jurassic Park Builder, or the Fossils and Archaeology mod, or something like that. Just like it would cause panic if I suddenly stopped doing TimeShot videos, or any of those kinds of videos. Or if I just randomly stopped doing Minecraft, maybe. But ultimately, if I can't find the motivation to do it, no matter what I try, then I'm not going to punish myself by continuing to do it. And the same should be said for you guys. You know, if you've tried a lot of different things to try to motivate yourself, you've talked to people, try to gain motivation and inspiration, and you just can't, then you might need to move on. You might need to think about something else to do. And I think that's where people kind of go wrong quite often, is they try and try and try, even if they don't like something, until it just, I mean, that'll just bring you down. Your mood will never be good. You'll never be excited to do the game. And eventually you'll lose motivation and you'll have to make that decision to stop. What? I guess a squid must have pushed it. But anyway, I think I'm going to end the episode there. Now, like I said, you guys do motivate me. You guys, the positive ones anyway, are the reason that I keep doing what I do. I'm very fortunate to have the motivation I do to do what I do. And to those out there who are asking me constantly, what do I do for motivation? What should I do? All I can say is, do the best that you can do. And if for some reason you still can't find that motivation, then, you'll be faced with that choice. Do you keep trying to motivate yourself, or do you find that one thing that will definitely motivate you? That's kind of the question that you have to ask yourself, I think. So, I'm going to end the episode there. I can say it. Thank you guys for watching. I'm going to get Wynn back. That's for sure. I'm going to get her back for that prank. Wasn't there a door in this before? Eh? Guess not. Huh. But that's it. We'll see you guys next time. Did I say it already? Share this video on Twitter and Facebook. Subscribe if you haven't already. Do all those other awesome things people do, including being the motivational people you are. And we'll see you next time on TimeShot. Bye-bye.